What's up, everybody? Early Stoppage MMA here. We're going to be doing a super, super quick recap of the UFC Vegas Apex card headlined by David Onama and Steve Garcia. I'm just going to go through the last three fights here and give some thoughts on them and some analysis, I guess. The Jeremiah Wells versus Themba Gorimbo featured fight was okay. It was alright. I think that this confirmed something that I've suspected for a while, which is that Themba Gorimbo is not very good, and that he has an inspirational story, and the Rock reaching out to him kind of gave him a level of notoriety or recognition that his skills do not back up. I mean, he looked good in the first round. You know, he was doing all right. He was keeping him in range, using his striking, making it happen. But then Jeremiah Wells just got in there and started landing the better shots, started taking him down and just kind of holding him and bullying him on the ground, which is kind of, I think, what a lot of people expected to happen. I think that this fight he was all right. It's not very indicative of anything going forward. I mean, it didn't seem like a high stakes fight, in my opinion. Hilarious that Themba Gorimbo, they were trying to hype him up, and he lost to Vicente Luque, who we know now is not very good. Not the same Vicente Luque that we had in the past. So, yeah, not too much else to say about this fight in my opinion, or from my lens. I would rather move on and talk about the other two. Excuse me. This heavyweight co-main was wacky as hell. It was weird as shit. One of the strangest officiating nightmares we've had to bear witness to. I mean, and I don't blame the officiators. I think they did the right thing here, but it was just it was very odd. Oh, I feel bad for D'Elia. I really, that would suck to be so certain that you won, looking okay, throwing those punches and stuff, in the pocket, but then, throwing out a jab, or throwing your fingers out and just jabbing Waldo Cortez Acosta in the eye. Apparently there's something going around at heavyweight, because eye pokes are very much in style. They're part of the meta, I think, for this division. It's a weird situation because D'Elia is very good. I think he seems to be very good. He looked pretty impressive in there, during moments of this fight. But also I kind of think you have to give it up to Waldo Cortez Acosta. I mean, a lot of people aren't fans of him or his style, understandably, but he fights a very like a tactician. Like he uses his game plan well. He fights very intelligently, keeping himself out of danger and dominating in the areas that he is better in. And I think that showed itself here. Good for him. He also needed this fight because he really did need a knockout win like that, and to do it coming off the eye poke with all the stuff against him, the pressure on. He rose to the moment. So yeah, not only did he need it in this fight legitimately, but his career, I think, needed it because he needed to kind of be taken seriously, and to finish a dude the way he did, very impressive. Great knockout. I think Waldo Cortez Acosta is actually pretty good. I think the logical next step for him at this point is probably Curtis Blades. Because Curtis Blades is going to have to fight somebody else at the top. I think Waldo deserves to fight up. And I would say Jailton Almeida because they're on a somewhat similar timeline, but I think the Jailton Almeida, I think the UFC is going to try to keep him as far from the belt as possible, so that they're probably going to give a bunch of up and comers chances at to Almeida in attempts to bump him down the rankings and keep him further and further away from the belt. So good fight here. Good finish for Waldo Cortez Acosta. Weird fucking fight. Weird pseudo stoppage, but hey, what do you do? Hopefully D'Elia bounces back, because I do think D'Elia is one of the good heavyweights. I think that he's genuinely talented. So it would be nice to see him come back from this in a nice way. Moving on to the main event. This was a great fight, or this was a very impressive performance from Steve Garcia. He was my prediction going into this. I think that David Onama is fine. I think that David Onama is fairly good at what he does, but I just thought that Steve Garcia has looked really good. His striking, his boxing has looked really good so far, and I mean the pace and the pressure that he put on David Onama. He wanted to finish this fucking fight. He wanted to get David Onama out of there, and it fucking showed. I mean, when this dude was flipping and flopping all over the octagon, Steve Garcia is trying to fucking kick him in the head, knee him in the head, all while delivering blows to his body, his head, between his guard with uppercuts. He used uppercuts beautifully in this fight. All of Steve Garcia's punches really were just very crisp, exactly where they needed to be, and it, to devastating effect. So, yeah, Steve Garcia is someone to watch out for. I would love to see down the line, if not, maybe in his next fight, Steve Garcia versus John Silva. I think that fight would be maniacal. I think that fight would fucking rule. Watching these two kind of duke it out, with Steve Garcia's pressure and Jean Silva's sort of accuracy and well-roundedness and power. Oh, I think that fight would be fireworks. Yeah. Who knows? It remains to be seen sort of how Steve Garcia can do going forward, in the division. But we'll see. Featherweight is getting to, or sort of becoming, a better division at this point. I think we could probably agree on. We're getting rid of some of the talent that's not very good and is being replaced with some of these up-and-comers that are really filling out the rankings in this division and making it exciting. Like, most of these fighters are great. They're talented. They're exciting. So I think featherweight's in a very good place going forward, and I think Steve Garcia is going to be one of those reasons why. I'm excited to see what Steve Garcia does going forward. And for David Onama, if Steve Garcia is as good as he looks, not a terrible loss. It'll be interesting to see what David Onama does going forward. I think that David Onama could still beat someone like Giga Chikadze for sure, probably Brian Ortega at this point. David Onama is by no means out of the division, out of the rankings or anything like that. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the fight night. It was not a great fight night. I really gonna have to push through these next few weeks just to get to the MSG card and that beautiful card. I don't know what else to describe it as. It's just gonna be fucking awesome. So, thanks for watching, everybody. I learned my lesson, and I will not try to make funny jokes with the thumbnails anymore. People did not resonate with that at all. So, we're back to clickbaity, but aesthetically pleasing thumbnails going forward. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take it easy. We will see you in the next video. Peace.